Hello there, I'm Matthew Wright. You're watching Inside Out London. Here's what's coming up on tonight's show. The so-called affordable homes Londoners can't afford.
Developers and the government are calling £1 million homes affordable. Most families, young people striving to get some money, they're not calling it affordable.
We hear it from politicians and the press all the time. London is crying out for more affordable housing. So how come we're building less than half the homes the capital actually needs? And those that do get built, well, are they actually affordable? One East End housing association recently advertised a £1 million home as affordable. One thing's for sure, soaring housing costs are generating a real undercurrent of anger, as Mark Jordan reports.
There have been plenty of shocks reporting London's property boom. The thousands of foreign investors, first-time buyers priced out, renters forced to live in squalor.
There was 4 separate adults in here.
And now, rioting in Shoreditch over unaffordable homes, driving locals out. Few support the tactics, but many see the problem. Just down the road, London's first £1 million affordable home. Yes, worth over £1 million, this 3-bed flat in Hackney is officially an affordable home. To move in, the Housing Association demands you have a minimum income of £77,000. You'll own a quarter of the home for £2,700 a month.
Most people aren't calling £1 million homes affordable. Developers and the government are calling £1 million homes affordable. Most families, young people striving to get some money, they're not calling it affordable.
The government defines affordable housing as homes that sell or rent at less than 80% of market rate. Even adding in £1 million affordable homes, London still isn't building enough. Left to the market, shelters say an average income family has little hope of buying.
People use the word affordable, bandy it all around with housing in the moment. What we actually did was we went and found out what an average couple of first-time buyers would have been lent by their bank manager. We found out how much that was, then we looked across the whole of London to see how many properties they'd actually be able to buy. That number in the whole of London was 43. That included mobile homes, that included houseboats.
You can get a lot for your money still in Catford.
Shelter's figures allowed a maximum spend of £145,000. This hits the limit.
Property, as you can see, is in a need of sort of modernisation.
A disheartened NHS worker comes for a viewing.
I don't think you can actually move in like this.
The flat was a cannabis farm.
The place is just it's terrible. I've been struggling to find anything decent and it's upsetting, and I work so hard.
We're talking about the London market here,
Yeah.
and you know, it just gives you, I suppose, an indication to where and what is affordable.
The market's pricing out the average Londoner. Here in Islington, they're desperate to build more council homes, but land is so expensive.
I think it used to be a kind of run-down undercroft garage.
Here, derelict garages under a council block are turned into extra homes. Just across the road, they'd love to build more homes on this disused MOD territorial base.
Now, if you look at the actual value of this land, it's probably around £1 million tops. And obviously the MOD might have wanted to get a bit more from that when they were selling it on. But we did calculations which showed that even if you paid £5 million for the site, you could still get 50% affordable housing out of it. But what actually happened was that the MOD sold it on to this company for over £13 million. And this company then came to us and said, oh look, we overpaid so much for this land, we can only provide 14% affordable housing. And Londoners have lost out.
Across London, it's a cat and mouse game. Councils threaten to withhold planning permission, but developers can produce what's called a viability assessment. Hard figures limiting affordable homes. If profits aren't protected, they'll walk away.
What you can see here in front of you is the progress that we're making.
I'm on site at one of London's biggest redevelopments, Elephant and Castle. It's replacing the dated Haygate estate, a bygone vision of mass council housing. Developers Lend-Lease drew up the project's viability assessment. Southwark aims for 35% affordable homes. The developers cut that to 25%. Critics say the council blindly agreed.
The viability assessment's a get-out clause. The local authorities had rings run round them by developers.
There was one very significant document, the financial assessment, the viability assessment, which not only were we not allowed to see, but our local councillors weren't allowed to see it, and the planning committee wasn't allowed to see it either.
Elected councillors agreed to less affordable housing, but had no idea the company had factored in a 25% profit margin for themselves. That was considered commercially sensitive.
The councillors would have no idea whatsoever what the profit on the development would be.
At the development's new swimming pool, I asked why Southwark accepted fewer homes without knowing the profits. Should elected councillors know how much a developer intends to make in profit?
We feel the approach we took for the former Haygate estate was the right one, with the independent district valuer service giving an assessment and a recommendation that we'd got as much affordable housing as possible. We had an agreement not to publish it with the developer, but we've learned, we'll move forward, and all viability assessments will be published in the future.
Even studios in some parts of the new development now sell for over $500,000. Elephant and Castle, for better or worse. Over 1,000 council flats were demolished at the Haygate. Of the development's almost 2,500 homes, less than 100 will have council-style social rents. Another 500 will be a higher-priced affordable rent or shared ownership. The remaining 1,900 will sell at full market price. For the developers, the London market has been generous. Their 2012 viability study suggested homes would sell at £600 per square foot. They're now selling at £1,000 a square foot.
And that difference, which is almost twice, almost doubling of the price that's in their viability report, could produce hundreds more units of affordable housing.
Did you just get lucky, or was that your plan? Did you underestimate it?
There was no. I don't think there was underestimation at all. The fact is that revenue costs will vary over time. The important thing is that there has been a guarantee at the outset. The risk is all on the developer of what's going to happen in the future ultimately.
So in the end, you think you took the risk? Could have gone well, could have gone badly.
Correct. I think you'd be hard pushed to find another urban regeneration project across London that's providing more affordable housing.
We have 70 affordable homes here.
But London-wide, developers like Mount Anville are worried that slick viability assessments are being cleverly used to ditch affordable homes in a race for profit.
The viability system is a rat race to the bottom. What's happening in London at the moment is the developer who's got the best planning barrister can pay the most for the land because he's squeezing out the affordable housing and putting in more private housing, and land prices keep going up. The politicians need to make the call here.
The government remains convinced the present system will deliver over 250,000 affordable homes to Britain by 2020.
We make no apologies for the fact we are very much focused on helping people who aspire to own their own home, whether it is through the Right to Buy scheme, whether it's through helping with Help to Buy and the new Start Home scheme, where people will be able to buy, that first-time buyer, buy a new home at a 20% discount.
In South London, architect Lord Rogers hopes to persuade the minister we're relying too heavily on developers for affordable homes.
They are interested in building more profit. They're businessmen. They've never pretended they're not. Who are then building the houses? It's not surprising. We are in a mess.
He's helped design the YMCA's prefabricated Y-Cube in Mitcham. Each flat costs just $30,000 and no deals with developers.
This is 100% affordable. So every unit that's let out is set at an affordable rent. And so we get really exasperated when we kind of see sort of big developments and they say, we can't afford any affordable, the affordable can't be factored in. We've delivered it here, 36 units.
Affordable homes at $30,000 in Mitcham, a £1 million flat in Hackney. An odd mix in short supply.
A room with a double bed is a dream.
And that's all from this week's Inside Out London. If you've missed any of tonight's show and you want to catch up on the iPlayer or fancy some more information on cat rescue organisations, then head to our website. The address is bbc.co.uk/inside out and then just click on London. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again next week.